So, there's obviously a lot of back and forth opinions as to where characters are on the tier list for Melee. You know, it's been an ongoing argument for a long time. The worst character in the game go. I think I can safely say the worst character is Bowser at this point. Now, this is a Melee Netplay tier list, but it's weird because Netplay used to be worse, and now it's better. And now it's like, it feels a lot better than what it used to. But I think it's still not exactly the same as the CRT, at least for me. It's like 1% difference, and that 1% matters. But I think Bowser's still the worst, regardless if you do it. I think that right before Bowser's Kirby. I think Kirby and Bowser are by far the worst two in Melee. Yeah, they just the lack of options they have. I mean, someone one time said that the reason Bowser is good in the games that aren't Melee, in the games that's like, you know, Smash 4 or especially Ultimate, is because of armor, right? I forget if they added in armor, super armor, if it was in Brawl or Smash 4, but having a big clunky character, having a tank character, armor is like a necessary part of a platform fighter, having it there. So, to me, yeah, it was in Smash 4, to me, that's what makes the character a lot more viable here. Bowser's already the hugest character in this game, slow as hell, and he, like, usually big boys made up, you know, their strength can be like, you know, their strength can be made up because of their strength counteracts their slowness, right? That's like the compromise. But Bowser isn't that strong. Like, Ganondorf is way stronger than Bowser in this game. So, yeah, garbage. Absolute ass. He has okay Koopa Claw, he has a really good ledge gun attack, up out of shield, but everything else is just complete combo food. Kirby, same thing, just horrible frame data. I mean, you don't have to let me tell you, horrible frame data, and just very bad mobility in the air, very few out of shield options. Side B in the air is actual ass. Two of her throws don't work. Two of Kirby's throws are just completely awful. So, yeah. And I think one more in garbage tier. Well, garbage is, I think, like with garbage, some characters are shown that they're no longer garbage. Garbage is this character will never win a tourney. This character will never ever. I think we can put Pichu there too. Pichu has some stuff. Chain grabs on Fox, on FD, on Spaceys. You know, a couple of confirms on fast followers. Thanks to the 11-man train. Or thank you for the 11-man train. You know, some things. Good Nair. Pichu's Nair is very good. But, I mean, gets absolutely dunked on by the entire cast. I'm pretty sure Pichu's actually lighter than Puff, if I recall correctly. So, yeah, just really, really bad. Oh, did I mention she hurts herself? Yeah, that's been a thing. I mean, Pichu was a joke character. She was a joke character, and she will remain a joke character as this. All right, these are the three in garbage here. No one else belongs in garbage. I don't think. Characters belong at the bottom of low, but not in garbage. For instance, the bottom of low would probably be Ness. And there's a question as to whether or not you put whether or not you put like Ness at the bottom of, you know, at the top of garbage, the bottom of low. But Ness, you know, I played Ness, and when my Ness is on, it's like he has some stuff. It's so hard because recovery is so bad. That guy, thank you. It's so bad. But Ness can at least, he has a double jump cancel, which makes things pretty good. He has an up B, which can chase you. He's got some really, really crazy, like if you're like a task, like you can put a lot of hitbox out with Ness. I'm still, you know, hopeful in the future there's gonna be some Ness player, some young kid who plays up Ness as like a meme secondary, but push him to another character. Like, he's a shit character. I'll be honest, he's a shit character. So that's the case, but he has also some glitches. He has the yo-yo glitch, which lets you put a hitbox at a rampart on the stage, Thunder Jacket. So he has some jank, but just super, super bad character. But he can still get really good combos on fast followers, you know, Fox, Falco. Down air, up air is really good. Up throw, up air, works on a lot of the cast. Really strong forward smash, really good down air, really good back air, really good up air. Horrible grab range. But yeah. So, that's kind of where I leave Ness, bottom of low. Right above Ness, I'd probably put I'll rank Zelda and Sheik separately. There's also Sheikta, but I consider Sheikta just Sheik. I consider Sheik just using Sheik and Zelda. So, but I'd put right ahead of Ness. I'd probably put Zelda.
There it is.
Dare to Bear, tier 1 9 months. Thank you.
I won my local online tournament with Pichu Falcon. Pichu 50 to 50. Love supporting you, bro.
Well, you're making me eat my words, huh? Making me eat my words. Potato tier, Rocketeer, 19 months. Thank you. Alrighty, so I put Zelda right above Ness because Zelda, also garbage character. She has a long recovery. Most Sheiks use Zelda for the sole point of when they get edge guarded really far, like Dreamland or FD. You transform to Zelda, use her up B to zoom you back to stage. But the cooldown of the up B is so bad. Sheik's jab is garbage. Her forward smash, like Puff can literally crouch, mash rest, and get a rest off it. Her aerials, up air and down air, are really slow. But Zelda's forward air and back air are two of the best in the game. Extremely strong. It's like a faster knee, I think, right? But the hitbox is small. But if you know how to space it, it's really scary. Like, even Puff Zelda. I used to struggle with Puff Zelda way back in the day because it was like, I wasn't sure if I was like ever going to get killed at like 50 off the side. So, she's got those two. Decent down smash as well, pretty fast. Comes out really quickly. And she has some sort of throw combos, but apart from that, there's a reason every Sheik player stays Sheik for the majority of the match. So yeah. In front of Zelda, I think in front of Zelda, I'd probably put, at this point, I'd probably put Mewtwo here. Well, let me show you who's low tier. The rest of the low tiers. And the order, maybe not. This one's kind of weird because Zane, Don't Test Me, really, I would normally put Roy here, but Zane showed a lot more potential. But I don't think showing that potential lets us ignore the fact that Roy is such hot garbage. He has to win neutral like 10 times more than opponents. But he's got a good forward smash. He's got really cool combos on spacies. Recovery's ass. Jab is ass. Grab is good. But the more I started playing Roy too, you know? I started going as Roy. And after Zane started won that Run Rumble. And I realized that Roy, his grab range alone and his speed makes him, he can get out of a lot of situations. He's not as shit as I thought he was. He's low tier. But the grab range alone, it's just like an incredibly horribly nerfed Marth with a strong forward smash. But you can do some stuff. You have way more options than these two. I'm gonna say you have way more options than Mewtwo at this point too. So I think the list goes. I think the list goes like this. I think it goes Roy, Mewtwo, Zelda, Ness. Mewtwo, Leffen's done some amazing stuff with Mewtwo. He got 5th place at that I think it was Sika, thank you. Hey, long time no see, Sika. Shout out to Montreal. Leffen's Mewtwo did some incredible stuff. I believe he got 5th place at, it was either Valhalla or an air tournament. But Mewtwo, while he has some cool combos and some really good movement options, he can move across the stage. He can really bounce around, and he can slide around, or extremely good wave dash. You know, he actually has some really cool, tricky movement options. His strong attacks are like his forward air. His finishers are like forward air, down smash, and his back throw and up throw. His nair is pretty good. Recovery is very good. He can float, and you can do a little bit of this like hook recovery, where if you like back air while you're double jumping, you go way higher. So you can recover for anywhere part of the stage. But his disadvantage, like, he's such a big target. His tail sticks out. He's like a sitting duck wherever he goes. And so it's tricky for him. It's tricky for him in a lot of matchups. Like Puff Mewtwo, I think is basically unplayable. I think Falco Mewtwo is doable, but you gotta get grabs. But like if Falco's bowling your shield, it's just so scary. Sheik Mewtwo, I don't even want to think about that. So yeah, and we saw Roy's potential, and I think right above Roy in low tier, I'd probably Game & Watch. Game & Watch, what Curb has done with Game & Watch is really impressive. Hasn't won any huge tournaments or gotten top 8, I don't think, but he's made me struggle in the Puff matchup. He's made every you know, at least one top player of every character struggle in that matchup, because Game & Watch is a super disjointed forward air. Game & Watch has a really, really good down tilt, and Game & Watch has really good just jank, good nair. You can sort of up throw him with nair and do all that. So that's pretty good. So to me, Game & Watch. The problem with Game & Watch, of course, is the fact that Nintendo, like the programmer for his shield, literally passed out on the keyboard when he was programming his shield. He can't. It's like he has no shield. It's like, I don't know if someone could pull up the hitbox or whatnot in a Link, but it's just completely horrible. So I think when it comes to the low tiers, this is you'll probably notice like the tier list feels relatively the same. But yeah. Okay, I'll be honest. This was gonna be a Netplay tier list, but now, okay, no. At the top, it changes. My opinion definitely changes at the top. So, yeah, this is still a Netplay tier list. I think the low tiers don't change very much at all between Netplay and real life. You'll see more differences in the top. So, yeah. And I think also in low tier, I think you still see Link in low tier. Link has some cool stuff. You can spam projectiles. You can do some cool recoveries with hookshot. You can up B out of shield to get, it's a really good up B out of shield option. But Link's recovery, vertically especially, isn't very, very good. I think that Falco destroys Link, for instance. I think Link has a lot of just like really bad matchups, which like he can lagging. He can beat some floaties. Like Link Peach, I think is not that bad. Not that bad as people think. Obviously, that's just me, because I've had a lot of people. I was in a crew where the Link player played Peach all the time, and there's a lot of cool options. Obviously, down throw downer can kill. Dr. D-Roo, Twitch Prime, 16-man train. Very dope.
Pog.
So yeah, but I think Link, he's also just a bit too slow. Has a really good nair. He has the only nair in the game that the nair lasts longer than the other nair itself. So yeah, I'd put Link there. So yeah. So I think this is where things might get a little different. You think Link is better than Pikachu? All right, not Ender. This is where we stop talking. All right. So I think the one big difference I'm gonna make is I'm gonna go ahead and put at the bottom of mid. So the next two are Young Link and Mario, right? I consider Mario. Oddly enough, the lowest of mid tier. To me, Mario is actually the lowest mid tier character, followed by Young Link. Casual sidestep, Twitch Prime, thank you. And there's a little bit of net play nuance here. This might be the first thing. I actually think Young Link is in a different tier of Link when you play online Melee, because I think when there is a little bit of input delay, it makes it harder to react to all of the very, very minute, tiny, small hitboxes that Young can put out. It's a lot faster Link with still a lot of kill power. Young Link has a really good, not really good spread, but Young Link can make a lot of floaty struggle. Young Link, if you've seen what Axe specifically can do with Young Link, he can show, because I always base these lists off the best thing. He's done some really, really incredible stuff with the character. It's very hard. It's very nuanced and disciplined, but if you see Axe's videos, it's really, really good. And of course, how can we forget Armada, right? Armada picked up the character and was not only beating me, but using it as a casual, fun secondary and beating a lot of people. Speed alone, when you have a character with speed, it like super duper raises so much higher the potential. It's not strength. You give a character more speed, and one player will make magic happen with that. So, and yeah, and online it just adds. It gives Young Link that little more trickiness, that little bit more of a push. Same with Mario. Mario is a shittier doc. Mario is just bad doc. Can bigger range forward smash, worse fireballs. Can do some really cool up air chains. Has trouble killing in the air. Right? You wonder what Doc got his thesis in? His Dr. Mario got his thesis. He got his PhD in forward air. Because Doc's, you give Mario Doc's forward air, that's a fucking character. That's a character and a half, actually. But Mario, his forward air, you can spike, but you can't. You have to be off the stage. Good back air, pretty good up air, decent down air. Okay recovery. Dr. Mario can use down B and then cape. I think cape is a little slower than Doc's. I might be wrong there. But yeah, to me that's where that is. Moving along. Okay, so right above Young Link, I would likely put DK. Pretty much given there. DK is middle of a middle character. Strong, has some really good up air, really good back air, super strong forward air, charge punch, kind of a tricky recovery. Doesn't go very up B long. The up B doesn't go very vertically, but it goes a long way. But he has also he can grab a character's up throw up air. You can do these 0 deaths on Fox on FD, as made popular by like Bum, the OG New York DK. A lot of speed, a lot of fast, big, strong hitboxes. But then you have other things which are just impermissible with DK. His dash attack, arguably the worst move in the entire game. And I was playing against DK's online, and I noticed that they would play a lot more defensively. And I think when DK plays defensive and he only opts to act after you're acting, he can play a little better. And aggressive DK is bad. And I think because of Netplay, DK forces you to play more, or DK is forced to play more defensively, and so as a result, a little bit better. Yeah. So far from what I've seen. Okay, so we got DK there. Right after DK in middle tier, I probably would put Dwarf. I always call Dwarf the line. Ganondorf, to me, also thank you very much for the 17-man sub train. Ganon is the middle. I think like every character below Ganondorf likely in real life would never win a tournament ever. Every character above Ganondorf one day can probably win a tournament. Of course, Zane won runner-up with Roy, so who knows about Roy? But Zane's also like top 2 in the world, so. But Ganondorf on Yoshi's, I think if we were doing just Yoshi's tier list, I actually think Ganondorf has an argument for the bottom of high tier on Yoshi's. Ganon on Yoshi's is super good, or at least top of middle. Ganon on Yoshi's is ridiculous. Give him a small stage. The more you gotta get in his face, the scarier he is.
HBOXFAN.
MVDK says top 2 in the world as if he is not top 1. I mean, if you want to get into that argument, Zane won Genesis, I got 2nd. I won Summit, Zane got 4th. And then I won CEO Dreamland. But even if you don't count CEO Dreamland, if you're just counting 2 IRL tournaments, I still have a matchup spread and 2 better placements than him. Or better overall placements than him. Online, he's by far the best. Online, I can't even touch him. But now with Rollback, I'm curious to see how I'll play him on Rollback. Yeah. Ganondorf is really good on Yoshi's. So, Ganon with platforms, he has some really cool sliding options, wave landing, up airs, back airs, that sort of thing. His forward air is really, really good. His recovery is not too bad. If you're wondering why I consider Ganondorf like right here, I think the best Ganondorf is None. None sometimes actually plays Ganondorf against like Samus's and other certain matchups as a counter pick. So the fact that he has counter pick potential to beat other pro players really, really means. Oh, MVD, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. But I think because of that reason, again, when you have any character that can be like a successful counter pick against a lot of the cast, it's good. Like I have no fear playing Ganondorf on Yoshi's against any character.
Keep it up.
Twitch Prime, but of course that's not only it. There's lots of status and counter picks, and there's a lot more nuance there. So yeah, so that's where I put Ganondorf. Mind you, I was making a Netplay tier list, and it's looking pretty similar to an offline, but I was going to change it at the top. So also in middle tier, we got Luigi here. Luigi, I don't consider Luigi a high tier character. If Luigi had a better recovery, if Luigi had like a really good like up B recovery, like a huge one, like he does in Ultimate, or a really good side B or down B that goes super high, I'd put him higher. But his recovery alone forever will keep him middle tier. Now we've seen Abate do incredible things, and that's what I mean. Abate got top 8 at Big House. That's why I keep saying Ganondorf is the line, right? Every other character you can think of at least one person who's really made this good. Obviously, best way dash in the game, potentially best nair in the game. Can break combos, can do insane stuff, incredibly fast on the ground. Really good aerials, good ass up air, good ass back air, great down air, incredible nair, good small range but powerful forward air. You can combo almost all the cast. You can break combos, and he's very goofy, right? If you just crouch cancel with Luigi and just down smash, you can just start your own combo there. He's a very cheesy character. Plup's Luigi really shows, and I would say Plup, Swedish Delight, and Abate actually show the potential this character has. Luigi can do some nutty shit. Also has a 1 in 8 chance of misfiring off the side there. And I think Luigi's a little worse actually on net play, because you need to be really precise with wave dash lengths, and when you teleport a little bit because of the rollback, it might fuck you up. So I put him a little lower, but it doesn't affect him that much. He's still in the same spot in the tier list. So, but you know Luigi, he does a lot of pretty crazy stuff. All right, so I put Luigi there. Right above Luigi, I think it's pretty safe. I put Dr. Mario there. Franz, to me, is the best example of what Doc can do well. Way better version of Mario. Can kill super early in the air with forward air. Cape is incredible. Really good ground options. Pills is one of the best recovery in the game. DeBuzz, thank you for the rate. I think what holds Doc back super significantly is his abysmal recovery. If you gave Dr. Mario like, I don't know, Icy's recovery, like a really big jump or a really good side B, he'd be a high tier character, and I mean that. Give Doc a good recovery, and he would be keeping up with like the rest of the high tiers. It holds him back so hard. He gets gimped so easily. Range, yeah, his range also isn't very good. But you know, even you see a Doc against Fox, crouch cancel, down smash. Doc's a down smash, so damn good. He can do some really fast options, decent tilts. Mewtwo King, Pichu greater than Ness on online and offline. To me that's debatable. I've always thought Ness was a little better. That's why you got your video and I got mine. So I would say that Dr. Mario, yeah, his cape is also way better than Mario's. And cape alone, like, you can up B Poof Chic, you can up B Marth's recovery. So Marth will try to snap to the ledge really close with up B, and if Doc just capes the bottom of the ledge, you can actually reverse him, and it's really good. Doc can reverse Falco's recovery, Fox's recovery. Who else? Samus, Falcon. Everyone, dude. It's like the cape is actually alone is such a good tool, and the fact that it's a better cape than Mario's like just adds all the way to him. You can also turtle with Dr. Mario, just like run around, spam pills, play super campy and lame, and then you get one grab or one opening, and it's just like really damn good. So yeah, again, thank you for the 19-man sub train. Yeah, Jason loves the stats. So yeah, this is a net play tier list. So far, you're noticing it doesn't look too different from Netplay from online. It's not that different. I gave Young Link a higher tier and Mario a higher tier. But other than that, not too bad. And then we can probably start. I think there's 2 more characters in middle tier.
Oh yeah.
Slaughter, thank you very much, buddy. We got Jason here judging your teeth. Yeah, I know. Spookifier. He's going there.
We
Zainamir.
got Jason in here judging your tier list. Puff caress. Much love to you, M2KHBOXFAM.
Thank you. 1 year ago today, I subbed to you. You had 1,000. Yep.
1 year ago today I subbed to you. You had 162 subs.
Thank you. We're obviously this will be all edited out. Alrighty, so this is pretty much the list so far. And mid-tier to round it out. So now you might see the familiar suspects here. You know, Falcon. You got the Spaceys, Falcon, Icy's, Puff, Marth, Peach, Pikachu, Yoshi, Samus. Right. All of these characters have made it to grand finals of a major at least once. I think Samus is the only character that hasn't won a major. No, I think Samus has one. I'm drawing a blank here. Anyways, Infinity won 2 months.
Loving the stream's Hbox, you never fail to make my days better. Less than 3.
Thank you for the one. So yeah, it's a Netplay tier list, but when it comes to here, I want to look at results more than anything. Now Yoshi, Pikachu, and Samus are the next 3 in some order. Pikachu has Axe carrying that character to go. He's like the only one really carrying it, like way further than anyone else. Amsa is carrying Yoshi way further than anyone else, but I've also seen other Yoshi players who are actually really, really good, you know? And with Yoshi, I actually do think, like, I've played Nez. Nez made a controller. He's made almost every pro player's controller. Nez's Yoshi in friendlies is actually incredible. He's like the best player ever who doesn't compete in tournaments. So the fact that Amsa can unlock that and Nez can play almost just as good, then you have Nebby in Europe. There's a lot of just incredibly good Yoshi players. The fact that Yoshi can parry, you know, double jump cancel, and sort of tank a lot of these hits, really incredible up air, really crazy air movement, super fast platform game, all these, you know, sort of traps you can put on platforms, the eggs, you can egg stall, you can play extremely defensively or extremely aggressively. There's a lot of things you can do with Yoshi. And I think actually in this point, in this case, I'd actually put Samus. Well, let's do this actually, because this is what I believe. Wait, what the fuck? Sorry. Yeah. Cooper Brunn! Cooper, thank you very much, homie. Thank you very much, Cooper Brunn, gifting 5 to the community. So I'm gonna do this thing where I make a sort of subcategory here. So press C for Cooper. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow. Cooper dropping 10 in a row. Holy crap. Damn, it was a good ass idea to stream some Melee, huh? Thank you, Cooper. Wow. Dropping 10 in a row. That's fucking good. So what we have here is this could win major category. Oh my god. Yo. Cooper, put a heart in the chat. No more C's. Let's put hearts now. We love Cooper. We love Coops. Let's go. That is crazy. Thank you, Cooper. 15 subs dropped in a row. My friend, you are always welcome here. Okay. Next tier we have is could win major. I put these here because that's the next one I have it. Even though I don't think Samus has, I think Samus is the lowest in this tier. Oh! What the hell? You're my favorite liar. You're my favorite liar. 20 gifted subs. Holy shit. I want to say stop, but don't stop, dude. More hearts. More hearts for Cooper. Let's fucking go. Wow. 20. He takes the sub MVP of the day by far. That's insane. So in the could win major category, Samus is the lowest because Samus has never won a big major, super major. Duck and I were in grand finals of DreamHack Montreal, I believe 3 years ago. Plup with Samus is doing some pretty incredible stuff. Made top 8 of Evo. could win a major for sure when played really, really well. Samus could do it. I think Samus's biggest roadblock is probably Captain Falcon. Samus struggles versus Sheik. Falcon and Sheik I think are her two biggest issues, but it's definitely doable because Samus has like really tricky movement, really good down air, charge shot. A lot of big zoning game, a really good up tilt, really good jab. You've seen how good Samus play, and I think one day a Samus could win a major, but so far the character hasn't been represented as much yet. And with Plup switching to Fox and Sheik, oh my lord, there is a 47-man subtrain. What is going on? Holy shit! Exobyte, that one's for you, Coop. Put an X in the chat. Incredible. Incredible. I gotta do some more melee analysis videos, huh? Melee analysis of smooth jazz. Wow, I did not expect that at all. But yeah, and even online, same thing. The main difference in this list is probably gonna be in the top 92. So above Samus, I put Yoshi. Yoshi, I almost want to put high tier, but clearly with the options Yoshi has from Amsa, Nebi, Nez, from what I've seen, thank you Schmuckleberry Finn, 48-man train. I can't believe this still. Dude! Holy fuck! Dewey Adams, put a D in the chat. Where's this train coming from? It's like Thomas the Tank Engine bursting through my front door, dude. Yo! This is nuts for a melee stream. Wow, thank you. That is fucking insane, dude. Wow. Thank you. Sheik has never won a major. She's won majors, not super majors. Like Captain Face Roll won DreamHack Atlanta. Those not super majors. And on top of this, of course, I'd put Pikachu. This to me stays the same. Axe alone. I don't think I'll ever consider Pikachu a high tier character, but Axe makes miracles happen. He just straight up makes miracles happen. And Pikachu has won a major. Pikachu has won a major. Axe won Summit. That's why he's in the could win major category. So yeah, but he's not a high tier character. He's not a high tier character because he struggles. Pikachu struggles versus Ices. Pikachu struggles versus Puff. Pikachu struggles versus Sheik. Horribly, right? Like really, really uphill matchups, and you can't be a high tier character and have such struggles matchups. All right, that's what I think. So now we're in high tier. We're probably gonna get to the category where this might be weird. So here's the question: is this with wobbling or without? Right? So this okay. So without wobbling, I'm gonna do this without wobbling because a lot of them are. Well, no, this chain is a huge. This is a huge difference. So, you know what we'll do? So, we can do this, right? Are you guys cool with me calling? This is not Sopo. This is Ices without wobbling. Ices without wobbling could win a major, and they're probably right above Samus. All right. Ices without wobbling could win. You got to do, and the reason I say this is because it's really hard, right? You'd have to do handoffs. You'd have to do a lot of desyncs. I think they still could. Because of handoffs. Because of handoffs. You need to be amazing, but I think you can still do it. One player I like pointing up to this is Fly Amanita. Fly. There was Fly, and there was some other ISIS player through back in the day. Could do some. I mean, just some of the nuttiest stuff like you've ever seen without wobbling. ICs. There are still two of them. And when you have a good Sopo too, I mean, you've seen me, you've seen Mango, you've seen Fiction, you've seen a lot Hugs, you've seen a lot of players get dicked on by Sopo. A tricky Sopo, it's a bad character, but it's hard for the nerves, right? So I actually do think an IC's, it's like Samus, right? Samus hasn't won a major, nor has ICs without wobbling. Nintendo, right? Like, but I think given enough like grinding, this character has the capability. I'm talking about all of that. And when you also salute our 53-man sub-train, holy crap! And when you consider the fact that this is also a Netplay tier list, you can fall for the handoffs. You can fall for the desyncs a little bit easier. The sort of visual polling, the rollback, makes it a little bit trickier to have. Ivy Chlora, Twitch Prime, saving the train. Let's go. And it sort of makes it so like you have that many more options to maybe. Exobyte 12 with 5 more. Oh my god. No, this is actually nuts. Thank you. So, this is actually double-edged. Bro! Slaughter! This is nuts, dude. Cooper, what have you done? What have you done, dude? 5 more from Slaughter. Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Anthony. Icy's here without wobbling is a double-edged sword on Netplay. While you can fall and get grabbed easier, Icy's also have a harder time doing the handoff on Netplay. So I'd actually put Icy's without wobbling below Samus on Netplay specifically. And we're talking about winning a Netplay major, right? So that's what I would do. I think Icy's without wobbling is pretty bad, but played like out of your mind good, you can still do it. All right, chat, we've made it to high tier. Guess who's at the bottom of high tier? It is Icy's with wobbling. But this is Netplay, so hold on. We're gonna have to talk about that. Icy's with wobbling. Icy's with wobbling could beat every character. Just every character. Until we get into the hyper defensive territory, which is characters who are platform camping and never touching the ground for 8 minutes. When you play that character in a certain way, you have to not play a match. You're playing this set, right? Playing against Ices on FD. If you're talking about Puff Ices, which God knows I have unfortunately way too much experience in that. You're talking about Puff Ices. Puff Ices on FD is a very, it's scary because Puff eventually has to come down. She has to touch the floor. She has to grab the ledge, and the matchup you'll notice is a lot more tense there. When you have platforms, Puff can stay in the air a lot longer, sort of weave in and out, but eventually has to come down, right? Because Rising Pound Stall is banned. There's only 60 ledge grabs now. But when you get a stage like Dreamland, you get a stage like FOD, it becomes an extremely uphill battle. When I play Ices now, I just don't even commit. When the Ices have wobbling, you really just write it down on paper and you write yourself, what reasons do I really have for approaching? Why should I nair into Icy Shield with Fox to go for a nair shine and risk getting grabbed? Like with a nair shine, oh great, you get an opening, you get what, 10%? 15%? You miss it, you lose your stock. Ices can wobble any character, I think above 40%, and if you're new to the melee, you're not sure what's going on, it's the only infinite in the game that was still legal for a long time. In fact, the tactic is so controversial that some TOs have it and some don't. So, but I've lost to Ices too. I haven't never lost to an Ices since Wobbles beat me at Evo 2013. And why did Wobbles beat me at Evo? one, he's a god, and his Sopo outplayed me. But in the 2 other games, had some incredible finds, and he was able to grab me. I was being too aggressive, and he was able to grab me. Also, best of 3, which I'm making another video about that. Rip. But the reason Wobbles, played the best he ever has is because he was able to catch some of these traps. Ices can actually desync their Blizzard, which makes you sort of get stunned right in their hitbox, and you can do jab grab. And Ices on top of that have an incredible wave dash. All right, so that to me is very, very good. But of course, when you play a Fox who's just like not messing up any tech skill, if you separate the Ices, they're trash, right? A good Sopo is decent, but the character's trash. And you look at these bottom characters here, and you ask, do each of these characters have a tool to separate the Ices successfully? Pikazard 9899, thank you. Do all these characters have a tool to separate the Ices successfully? And the answer is yes, 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 yes. Sheik, not so much. Sheik struggles versus Ices. Sheik has to needle them. Sheik has down smash. Of all the matchups here, Ices can go the most head-to-head with Sheik. So yeah. Right, Sopo. Well, now it's confusing because I have Ices here as they're gonna see this and something that could win major, but this means Sopo. Pink Cloud, Sun Mars, Twitch Prime. Thank you.
HBOX screen.
So, Ice Climbers with no wobbling could potentially still win a major one day. That's what I put there. Well, why don't we do this? You want Nana to be that? Maybe Nana has Ice Climbers nose. I'll do the video edit later. Anyways, yeah, Popo in this list is Ice Climbers without wobbling. I don't mind. I don't want a skilled Sopo in a major. If I was gonna put Sopo somewhere as Nana, whatever we're gonna call it. If I was gonna put Sopo somewhere, he would be probably there. I think Sopo's probably better than Ness, if I'm being honest. Probably there. Maybe even here. If I'm being the shit I've seen Sopo do. Maybe somewhere there. Honestly, good wave dash, up smash, back air. I deadass think Sopo probably has better recovery than Ness. Anyways, but that doesn't really matter. Okay, so that's Ices. In front of Ices, this is high tier, right? Not top tier. In front of Ices, on Netplay. Pretty safe to put Peach there. Peach on Netplay. Peach on Netplay. Down smash is trickier. I think Peach actually. I think I'm one of the lot of players who will say Peach is actually underrated. I've seen this a lot of times, and I don't think Peach is. We look at matchup spreads, right? And we've seen Armada just the I call him, in this case, when Armada was playing Peach, not Fox, I called him the Magician, because the stuff Armada found with Peach, the stuff he proved was possible with Peach, like, clearly this character is really good. Clearly Peach can beat Fox. It's not easy. Peach loses to Fox, for sure, for a fact. But similar to Puff losing to Fox, Peach has many tools versus Fox, which make the matchup more doable. Peach can beat Marth. I mean, we've seen Armada versus Mewtwo King, how close those sets were. We've seen Armada versus Zane. The last time they played at EVO 2018, Armada beat him. It was close, but he beat him. And apparently Marth was Armada's favorite matchup with Peach. So I used to think, like, when I was younger, like, Marth could just wall out Peach, but it's not the case. What we get to here is the big argument. Peach versus Puff. Is Puff holding Peach back all the way? And I've gotten in arguments with Peach players over this too. Have I lost to a Peach in my career since 2007? No. Have I lost a game to Peach since 07? I lost to Laud recently. One game at Shine. I lost the game. Here's a better question. Will I lose more sets to Peach, more games to Peach? I think for a fact. I think Peach, weirdly, it's almost like I can't force myself to play the matchup in the way where the Peaches claim it's like impossible. If I really was losing, if I really had to, go down to it, could I do the super defensive timeout versus Peach? I probably could. But here's the thing. The more I camp out Peach, the higher chance she has of pulling a bomb or a Stitch Face. So there's this weird RNG factor involved there. So I want to get rid of her as fast as possible. And I play Peach aggressively, and I do really well versus Peach. But I think recently... Oh, and please salute our 67-man sub-train, biggest of the night. I think recently, Peach players have really gotten better at the matchup. Like, they've figured out a lot of tech, which makes it a lot more doable and can punish Puff pretty hard. So, I'll say like solidly.
Oh, yeah.
All Blight, GG, thank you. I'll say solidly. Puff beats Peach, right? 60-40 at I think it's 60-40. Not 70-30, not 80-20. I think Puff just it's a good matchup for Puff. Beats Peach 60-40, but I still think it's like it's weirdly RNG dependent. If Peach pulls a Stitch, she can fuck up Puff. Obviously, it's unlikely, but the more Puff camps, the better chance he has of pulling it, right? I don't know. And I'm sure we can argue this for a while too. But I'll never say it's 70-30. I think 60-40 is fair. And I think as the Peach players keep going, I guarantee you if I play Lot again, it'll probably go Game 5. Oh, and by the way, this is on Netplay, right? This is our rollback tier list currently. I think Peach is harder on rollback. I think her Nair comes out so fast. It's a little trickier. It's a little trickier. Like Peach can pull out a lot. It's a little harder to catch Peach and find out where she's going. Just an extra little bit of delay helps Peach out a lot. I think. And then right on top of Peach, in the high tier would be Falcon. Oh my goodness. I have never had so many separate people give me 5 in a row for a melee stream. I've never had this many subs for a melee stream. Like, ever. Yeah, we just glossed over. We glossed over 69. Press W for Wrinkles for the 5 gifted. Thank you. Wow. Cooper, you started a legacy is what you did. Falcon, yeah. The only reason I put Falcon here is because Falcon's better than all these other characters and worse than these 5. Like, it's not very debatable. Falcon has such good matchups. Like he can body so many of these characters. He can body Peach, he can body Ices, body Pika, body Yoshi, body Samus, body the Plumbers, body Falcon, body DK. He can body all the low tiers. And in terms of the high tiers, I think Falcon Puff is close. When you play like Wizzy does, when you play like Wizro, I think, and none took me to Game 5 at CEO Dreamland. I think Falcon Puff is actually pretty close to even. Maybe slightly Puff favored, but not that bad. Puff dies super early. You have down throw knee. You have really, really good, incredible up airs. It's scary. It's actually a scary matchup for both of us. He Compton, you wish. Falcon's also the fastest running speed.
Nas top tier SMH.
Incredible nair, incredible up air, incredible back air, potentially best forward air in the game. Combos every character to no avail. There's no character he can't combo the fuck out of. And then when it comes to Spaceys, yeah, Fox and Falco both beat Falcon, but when you've seen Johnny and Num play, 3 good reads, that's a stock. he's also, in a weird way, he's also an RNG dependent character, which is kind of funny. So yeah, it's kind of crazy to see. Yeah. Why are the ice climbers separated? Because this is I put ices without wobbling, ices with wobbling. And the RNG with Falcon. The RNG with Falcon is that I'm sorry, not wait. Reads aren't RNG. No, this is what I mean. It's not actual RNG. I was comparing it. When the Falcon down throws you, if he guesses left, right, and you go left, right, Falcon suddenly becomes an insane character. An insane fucking character. Whereas any of these other characters, if they get the same 3 reads, they'll hit you really hard, but I think Falcon will hit you way, way harder. So Falcon's 50-50 is like, the fact that he's that fast, it's more reliable. It's like, you can go for more of them over time. Yeah, it's like reading DI. And if on a good day, if none gets 60 reads in a row, he can beat any player in the world. Anyone. Me, Zane, anyone. Yeah, it is probability. I wouldn't. Okay, I get maybe RNG is the wrong word, but it's like Falcon with good odds. Falcon with the correct reads just shits on everything. So, but obviously that's not practical. That's why I gotta put him here. Not top tier, high tier. Recovery is very giveable. Struggle versus Spacey, struggle versus Sheik. Yeah. I call RNG because I mean it's probably not RNG. I know it's not reads, but like I was making a comparison to their characters. So that's your high tier, all right, and then we come to our top tier characters, all right, and you'll notice so far hasn't really changed too much on Netplay, not that much, all right, because Netplay is getting a lot closer. The only thing that I might double check and consider is where I would put like the ices without wobbling. I might change a little bit of Luigi because, yeah, but it's not really too big of a deal. I think the big issue here would be the top tier. In Netplay, Sheik. Oh, other than Twitch Prime, thank you.
HBOX Frog.
There's another character that relies on reads, right? Heavily. When I think of Sheik and Falcon, I think of there's so many similarities with how they combo spaces. Sheik's recovery is very gippable, but when you see like Mewtwo King play Sheik, when you see other people play Sheik, Plup play Sheik especially, you can just combo living bejesus out of spaces. But I think in the current meta, whether it's Netplay or not, it's like Sheik struggles versus Sheik emancipates. She frees up all these low tiers, right? Just destroys them. But I almost, when it comes to Netplay, because you are so reliant on tech chasing Fox and Sheik, if there is delay on netcode, if you still have bad connection, it actually hurts her a lot in a lot of matchups. And I'm actually considering putting Sheik at the top of high tier rather than top tier. I think Fox and Falco can really bully Sheik. But if there's no problem with connection at all, I put her top tier, right? This right here depends on connection. Very connection dependent. And for the sake of clickbait, I'll put Sheik here. I really do think you need to have frame the game needs to be as vanilla as possible to make Sheik like a top tier character. Consider with it. So With rollback though, she's here. All right. Well, it's for the sake of it. Let's say Netplay isn't perfected. So I put her at the high tier. All right, and now we get to the top tier. Okay. Also, Sheik, you know, good matchup spread, but I think Sheik loses to Puff. I think Sheik loses to Spaceys. Sheik goes even with Marth probably. Seeing the way Zane plays, seeing Zane versus Sheiks makes me think that it's even. So, yeah. Alrighty, so here's the finale for the Netplay tier list. All right, the 4th best character in the game on Netplay is Puff. Believe it or not, Puff also relies. Puff relies. Hold on. Puff relies on getting rest setups, right? Good. Let it be clickbait. This is a Netplay tier list. Puff relies on rest setups. Puff relies on getting specific sort of like up air, up tilt reads into rest. Up throw rest is still pretty easy. But when there is even a bit of delay, Pikel Thompson, I disagree. Well, Pikel Thompson, I'll go ahead and leave a comment on your YouTube video as soon as you upload it. I'll wait. I think Puff is the 4th best character on Netplay. And I think that when it comes to anything with a little bit of delay, characters that can rush down, characters that can just punish you harder than anyone else are really, really good. Of course, Puff can punish characters extremely hard. Rest is extremely, extremely powerful tool in a lot of matchups. But I also do think when Puff plays against a good Fox or a good Marth on Netplay, it is a lot harder. It is a lot harder than in person. I'm telling you this from my simple experience. You might want to say, what's the data? What's the science behind it? My experience, right? Salute our 75 man subject, by the way. You know, I'm currently the rank 1 melee player in the world for IRL tournaments. Online, Zane's the best player. I haven't played Zane and Rollback yet. The closer you get to vanilla, you get to IRL. So I do think that, in my experience, it's a lot harder for me to beat the top tiers than compared to IRL. A lot harder. Like, I'll still, you know, beat the majority of people and still probably win against almost all people I would have won against. But it's landing the combos. It's landing the hits I need to land. It's landing the what I know will work in matchups, which makes it tricky, right? I still think she's one of the best kids in the game, still top tier. But in this case, I put her 4th. And that's because Falco is 3rd. Broken King, Twitch Prime, thank you. Falco is 3rd. Falco's probably, if you guys played Rollback, you probably know Falco is like the most common character. Press 1 if Falco is the character you've played the most against on Rollback so far. To me, it's like very, very, very obvious. So Falco, incredible rushdown character. If you space lasers well, you can contest any matchup. You've even seen what Mango can do against Zane. Zane won their Rona Rumble 5-2, but on good games, like it was literally dead even game 3. Like it could have gone, or game 5 on Pokemon Stadium. It could have gone either way. But I noticed Mango slightly missed some hits that he might have hit in person. I mean, I don't know how it would be. Falco, but still, really good matchup spread. Like you just look at any top Falco player, look at the Gingers, the Mangoes, the West Balls. He has such a amazing rush down game he can do. Like even offline, Albert, you know, we played on the monitors with no sound, but Albert really caught me off guard and just beat me fair and square at low tier city because I forgot the tools that Falco had to combo. And against any player, Falco can combo any character in the game. His punish game potentially one of the best, if not the best. Controls the floor. If Falco had a better recovery, he would be contender best character. Luckily, here's what I mean with luckily. Falco's recovery, his side B is faster than Fox's, right? Shorter but faster. His up B, it's shorter, but the way bigger issue is that Falco's up B does not have a flame flicker. For some reason. Also, thank God. Falco's, the up B flicker on Fox and Falco gives you just that extra bit of potential chance. That extra bit of like hope that maybe they'll mess with the edge guard. I don't know how many times I can tell you. At least once per set, Fox's flicker saves him from getting edge guarded. The up B flicker, right? They go, fire. Falco has no up B flicker. When Falco up B is against Puff or Marth, he's a sitting duck. There's no hitboxes there. You can destroy him. And that's such an important tool. I don't know why it doesn't have that. I guess Nintendo wanted to balance him because they consider him better on the ground than Fox, which is also debatable, depending on who you ask. Yeah. Falco's there, and you know, I think Falco's Gimp game is not as strong as the top two characters. But I put offline and online, I'd probably put Falco just right above Puff. I put Puff fourth, I put Falco third. So again, you might say, well, H-Box, you win all the turns with Puff. I'm like, yeah, but there's like a shit ton more Falcos in the top 40. Alright, so we come down to the top two. Moment we've been waiting for. Some of you probably expected this, but for a Netplay tier list, the best character in the game is not Fox, it's Marth. I think. Skimbless Twitch Prime. I play for this is the first time. Hold on. Let me talk. I think this is Netplay with that's not perfect, right? This is Netplay with a bit of, you know, even like a couple frames of delay. When you play vanilla melee, Fox is the best character. Because when you play vanilla melee, the Fox players can do frame perfect maneuvers. And trust me, if you watch top level melee, IRL, and you just go frame by frame, there are so many situations where I'm telling you, if either character plays a frame differently, the stock outcome is different. Marth's punish on Fox, on Falco, and on Puff, by the way, is incredibly good. Let's start with the Spaceys. Zane's a great example, Mewtwo King as well. Even on stage with platforms, Marth gets one up tilt or one grab and can combo safely. Even a bad player can probably combo Fox and Falco to at least 50%. Good players can combo to 100. The best players can get a stock off a grab every single time, right? It's not easy, but it's doable. All right? Now, when I'm talking about frame perfecting matchups, right? What's the most telling thing when you consider Fox versus Marth or Falco? What's the one thing Falco and Fox don't want to happen to them when we're playing against Fox or playing against Marth? Grabbed. Grab is the set definer, right? If Marth gets the grabs, he wins the set. That's it. If Marth doesn't get grabs, he loses the set. Online, Online, if there is even a little bit of delay, a couple frames here and there or more, I do believe, because I secondary Fox and Falco, and I've played Marth online and offline, I notice it's a lot harder to react to a Marth doing down tilt grab or dash dance grab. It's really fast than it is online, right? When you're a Fox or Falco player, you're going to spot dodge, you're going to jump around, you're going to use platforms, you're going to shine, maybe use offense as defense. But that extra tiny bit of delay makes it just that much easier for Marth to get a grab on Fox and Falco. But having that be the case, it starts to skew the matchup. Marth getting 10% more, even 10% more grabs, that's super scary. That's 10% more stocks on a good player. So his grab range is also incredible. And I think that Fox and Falco need a more perfected, flatlined version of the game. No stutter at all, no lag at all to truly excel. That's what, in IRL, Fox is the best character. They all say it's the best character. Fox's tools is insane. But it's getting to the point now where FD Fox Marth is like, there's when you play a player as good as Zane, like it's basically impossible to beat a character that can win off 4 interactions. And now let's get to Puff. The one thing I can talk to you more about Fox Marth is Marth Puff. In person, Marth Puff, to me, pretty even. However, because you have to go with current events, and Zane has figured out a way, incredibly, and this is so hard, but if one person can do it, that means 2 can do it, which means 3 can do it, which means 4 can do it. Zane has seemingly figured out a way to kill Puff off of a grab almost every time. Even the Fox players can't do it to me. When Fox up throw up airs Puff, I can SDI it a lot of the time, right? Fox can hit the single hit up air, but there's a lot of factors. There's DI, there's potentially him jumping at the wrong angle. There's a lot of tiny things that can go wrong in the span of 1 second for Fox to hit or not hit up throw up air. Same thing with Puff up throwing Fox. I can up throw Fox on the platform. Depending on his mix up, I may or may not kill him. Alright? But Fox beats Puff because Puff can't approach Fox. Puff has to wait for Fox to make a mistake. So, with Puff against Fox, I'll, stay in my little bubble. Stay in my bubble, right? And I'll be in these various bubbles, and I'll act differently depending on what bubble I am. Can't say too much about this theory. But I will say that, I know I'm a lot more comfortable with seeing those options and those probabilities with Fox because he's such a comboable character. Fox and Falcon can combo Marth, but if they mess up one little bit, especially on Netplay where it's easier, Marth can punish the absolute living fuck out of Fox, out of Falco. And now that it's just that much harder to avoid the grab reaction, to avoid where Marth's gonna be. If Marth grabs Puff now, you do understand as soon as the grab happens, the how do I say this? The whole flow chart changes, right? You're playing neutral a lot, and you don't want to get grabbed. You don't want to get grabbed at any point by any character. And neutral is the footsies, right? You're sort of taking a few risks, but also being safe. Sort of getting each other's faces and spaces. When you get grabbed, when I grab Fox, my muscle memory goes off. I don't think anymore. When I grab a Fox, I will input an up throw just with every time I get a grab, right? Because if you buffer an up throw off of a grab, it gives them no time to DI or react. The last thing you want is reacting. Skeptical Taco, dead game. Yeah, I'm sure that's why 1,700 people are viewing me. Let me know how Street Fighter is. But in this case, when you have that sort of nuance, when you get grabbed and then thrown, I will say that it almost doesn't matter when it's that fast. When Marth buffers the throw on Puff, you can't react. You're just praying. You're praying and hoping that they fuck up the pivot tipper, or that you get the right DI. A lot of the times when I was playing Zane online, I got roasted online because Hungrybox doesn't know how to DI Marth's throw. And I'm just like, dude, go ahead and play Puff. You don't have time to react. Marth's grab, when you buffer a throw off of a grab, there's actually no time. You're just kind of imagine I'm wave dashing around with Puff, and then I get grabbed, and then you can't just mash while you're neutral. You're just gonna move around like an idiot. You have to play properly, and then as fast as you can, if you get grabbed, halt from the DI. And then if you get the DI, remember Marth has 2 mix-ups. Marth can get a down smash tipper on a certain DI, a forward smash tipper on a certain DI, and other things on other DIs. It's really, really hard. I'm giving Zane incredible props here. It's incredibly hard. But because of that slight delay, every frame is so fucking crucial. and 2 frames of delay, that is a big difference over the course of hundreds and hundreds of games. So yeah. Sorry if I rambled for a long time, but yeah, that is the Melee tier list. Oh, Netplay. Marth is the best character.